Why, hello there. I was just reading up on Attila the Hun. You're watching the 5 hotly artsy girls on YouTube. And my name is Amanda, and hey, it's Thursday. So, as I said, my name is Amanda, and the reason I am artsy is because I go to a school of the arts as well, and I'm a drama major there, and I perform in plays and stuff, and I'm really interested in theater. So I guess that's a pretty good reason. I also play the bass, which my bass is over here. So I think that's a pretty good reason for me to be hotly artsy. Or at least artsy. I mean, hot. You guys can debate it. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so before I start, I'm just going to tell you a bit about what happened today. I went to donate some blood, which I've done once before. But I couldn't today. I went with Jen. Actually, it's kind of funny because my iron was low. Okay, and Jen, in case you don't know this about Jen, she is a vegetarian. So she went to donate blood, and her iron level was like perfect, and mine was low, and I'm not a vegetarian, so it was kind of ironic. But she donated blood today for the first time, and I was there with her, so it was good. I wish I could have donated blood though. I like it. It's kind of fun. Like, I mean, not in like a creepy way, but in a creepy way. Anyways, so now I'm going to do the 20 questions. What is your full real name? And are there any stories about it? Okay, so my full real name is Amanda Lee McKnight. And there is one story about it. My dad, when I was born, my mom got to pick my first name, my dad got to pick my middle name. So my mom picked Sarah for my first name originally, and my dad had already picked Lee. So basically what happened was my mom said she was going to call me Sarah Lee because that was like the cake lady, and she didn't want me to get ridiculed for the rest of my life. So she said I'm not going to call her that. And my dad didn't want to change my middle name, so my mom had to change my first name. So she sat down with my grandma, her mother, and she was looking through a book of names, and she found Amanda, and they both liked Amanda, so they were like, yeah, let's name her Amanda. And they didn't know that, like, Amanda was going to be one of the most popular names for girls of the 90s. But, you know, that's okay. So my name's Amanda. And my dad actually, my middle name is spelled L-E-E, Lee, because my dad didn't know how to spell Lee the other way. What is your favorite color? So my favorite color would have to be Tickle Me Pink, and it is a real color. I saw it on a Crayola crayon. When lightning strikes the ocean, why don't all the fish die? Because FSM, the flying spaghetti monster, didn't want it that way. What's an embarrassing habit you do in your sleep? Hit people, and moan, and steal the covers. What is currently on your nightstand? Okay, so this one's easy because I'm in my room, so my nightstand is right here, so you guys can see. Okay, so on my nightstand we have some books here. Books. Got some water, some bottles of water, cans, Coke cans, kind of a Coke addict. Belgian chocolate box. I got some vitamin E, got a clip, some more water, some pictures, me and my mom, me and my grandma, at Disneyland, a card my boyfriend gave me for Christmas, a picture of me and my best friend from when I was like a little kid, Amanda also, her name was, and this is a doll whose name is Sabrina, and that's my nightstand. How do you like your eggs? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I do not like them fertilized. Would you rather have sex with Jessica Alba and your dad, or Undertaker and Kane? Okay, so Jessica Alba, pretty hot. My dad, really creepy, so no. Even though I don't like Undertaker and Kane, I would have to have sex with them. Ideal living arrangements. My ideal living arrangements would involve me living in Paris, probably, or Belgium. Belgium would be so much fun to live in because it's so weird. I know it's a country, though. I understand that. Brussels would be cool. Lots of good chocolate. And it would be me living with my anteater, of course, who smoked a pipe and carried a suitcase. And on one side, I would have my best friends, and then on the other side, I would have my boyfriend. That would be pretty ideal for me. Very ideal. Sex change. Yes. Okay. Seriously? No. But I mean, it kind of would be cool to have a penis. What would you do if you found out you were knocked up? Abort. Abort. Slap that abort button. Sorry, unborn child. If you could have changed the mind of one person from history on one issue, who and what issue would you pick? Okay, John Adams, who was an American president, actually, American history, and I would change his opinion about the issue of living life, because he definitely was dumb and should not have lived life, because he got it Benjamin Franklin's way. If you had to pay $1 for every time you thought of sex in any form, how long would it be before you were bankrupt? I don't have a lot of money, so tomorrow morning, I guess. If you could have had any job in history, what would it have been? That one's easy. Queen of France. If you could receive a kiss from anyone in the world on one part of your body other than your lips, who would you want it to be, and where? Another easy one, Stephen Colbert, because he's awesome, and he could kiss me on my hand because we are both very dignified like that. If you could forget any one thing, what would it be? All the ignorance in the world, I guess, like the ignorance of people, just because then if I could forget about that and not think about it, then I could be like naive and innocent and actually sort of not be so afraid of life, because it's those ignorant people that really upset me. Which is your most favorite place on earth? Okay, I'm going to say either Paris, France, or maybe like Amsterdam, because Amsterdam was a lot of fun when I went there and got lost, even though it hurt my throat. And it also got the Anne Frank house, which is cool. Would you ever seriously consider taking public transit as your main form of transportation for the rest of your life? I'm going to say yes, because A, public transit is fun, and B, it's environmentally friendly in, one sort of meaning, because we're all together. And I like both those things, so, good. If you could commission any living author to write a new book, who would you choose? And what would you have them write about? Okay, I'm going to choose Christopher Moore, because he's really funny, and I would have him write, like, a biography of me and my life, and I think it would just be really funny and really hilarious, because he's great. I'd love him to write my biography. What is your favorite piece of artwork that you have created? Okay, so I have two kind of favorite pieces of artwork. Out of my photography, I guess, this would be my favorite piece of artwork, this desktop that I have. I took it when I was in Paris, when I was on top of the Arc de Triomphe. And I also really like, I acted in one of the East End plays that George F. Walker wrote called Escape from Happiness, and I really enjoyed performing in that. And my role was Nora, who is the elder mother. You can Google it, and I'm sure some information about the play will come up. Not about me being in the play, but about the play. So yeah, those are my two favorite pieces. Describe the girl in the next video. That would be Jessica. So I'm going to say responsible. Or jellyfish.